Welcome to the official AFL Fantasy podcast with the Traders.
G'day with the Traders, I'm Roy, I coach Destroy, and I'm here with Warnie.
Coach of the Wanderers.
And Calvin.
Coach of Carbinator.
Righto, boys, this one's close to our heart here in Launceston.
Yeah.
We're going to have a look at the Hawthorn Hawks today, who are in a very, very interesting position.
Yes.
Interesting because a rebuild these days isn't stripping it back to its bare bones. It's keeping a bit of leadership around the group and things like that.
Is there
the
any?
Hawks have done old school. They've just stripped it back. So there is positions everywhere.
There is.
There's spots for young guys, which mean
For
cash cows.
crowds.
They're also in a prime position to be flogged.
That's it.
Like that is the issue.
There could be 100-point losses here.
100%. And there's only one person that is good for at the Hawks, and that's Sick Dog.
Sick Dog!
'Cause Sick is going to be lapping it up back there. There's going to be a heap of ball in the back line, and they are going to need it in the hands of Sick Dog as much as possible just to keep control of the scoreboard.
Now, for those playing along at home, that is James Sicily.
Oh, my bad.
Might have some people that have never heard us before. Keep it, everyone. Now, you don't like Sick Dog, do you, Dog?
No, I like him.
Oh.
No, I didn't like him last year because I didn't pick him and then I was too stubborn.
Bitter.
You were stubborn.
Bitter old man.
Isn't he? He
Kept
gets like that.
dunking
But
on my head every
so,
time I
Sick
saw
Dog,
him.
you're only as good as your last game, 151.
Yeah.
Remember that game?
Oh, God, that was sick.
He had about 100 at half time.
Yep.
He had, I think he took 17 marks. It was versus the Dogs, wasn't it? Here.
Yep.
And it was always going to be a big game because of what had been happening.
Because of the scale of hardness.
Yeah.
So he was their highest averaging player last year.
Yes, he was.
Just dominated. It was such a great return from an ACL.
Yeah. As far as their most attractive prospects, though, if you were paying top dollar, I think it would be Dylan Moore after his breakout last year.
More! Whoa. What is he good for? Keep going.
He top six.
Yeah.
Easily.
It looks that
You
way,
think
doesn't
so?
it? And I feel like he's only going to improve again. Like, he could reach that triple figure to be the only Hawk doing it.
After his bye, so from round 15 onwards, he went at 101. Before his bye, he was at 88. So I 100% agree.
I don't know if I could start with it. There's too many Uber premium options in the forward line to probably squeeze him in.
Yep.
But I think he deserves that price tag, and I think he will improve on it.
So pretty much for him, he didn't go in the centre bounce attendant. Didn't have a centre bounce attendance until after the bye, and then actually went in there, and that's when his numbers did increase. So he even had up to, like that little patch there, 11% of them, 14% of them, then 60, 61, 56, 45, 71% of the centre.
And I wonder if that's a sign of things to come. Is that when they decided, right, we're rebuilding from this point on? Tom Mitchell, you're out.
Yeah,
And
I mean, he'd been out already most of it. And same with...
And Jager Bomb is the
Jager's
other one.
gone as well.
So those two, their ins and outs are probably worth talking
good
about
call,
there.
good call.
So you've got O'Meara and Mitchell as you probably two big midfielders who didn't necessarily play that much midfield time last year.
No.
However, it must have been enough because neither of them have forward status. So
And you know what it is? That's 178 points per game.
Wow.
For grabs.
that's significant.
With those two
The
out.
other
To
one
the
there-
other team now.
Probably.
Other ones there, probably the other names, not a huge amount, but Gunston's out. So
Yeah, it
that's
just means opportunity.
and also Big Boy McAvoy, so that ruck, which we might talk
Where
about
did
in
he
a bit
go?
as well.
Big boy.
Out
Retired.
of your team,
you poor
finally.
bugger.
Now, a guy that could benefit from this as well, okay? There's obvious ones like John Newcomb's on the improve. He can score. And
of course he can.
He will likely go up again with the increased responsibility. But what about the Warp? Back in the day,
Right, here we go.
We thought
I love
Warp
this.
was going to be a fantasy star.
We thought he'd be a 90 plus.
100%.
Yep.
Well, look, everything basically ticked that box. What he averaged 97
He's a
in
lock for me.
2019. Now he was last year and has been awful.
Well,
What's going to happen?
disrespected, I'm going to say.
Well, a bit of that
Destroy.
as well.
What's going to happen? He's going to be back in the middle.
Well,
So you
when did
think-
he have those big years? Without Tom Mitchell for one of them.
Yeah. You think I was being disrespectful then? Okay.
No, I was saying that their coaches have been disrespectful.
Okay.
Not you. You didn't give him an average of 52.
What I was going to say, listen to this.
Okay.
And I will just read it slowly. Included a 5 disposal effort for a score of 10.
Wow.
A 5 disposal effort for a score of 10.
Did you write those words?
Yeah.
Why'd you write effort? Because it doesn't sound like he gave much that time.
No, it's not effort. It's effort.
Yeah, I got you.
10. 10 he had.
Yeah.
It's just
You can take that one out.
Oh, I could take it out.
I'd take it out and whack him around the head with it.
Yeah,
10.
10's not good.
Imagine that would cost people a draft win for sure.
Too right it would.
So Warple, 463.
Yep.
He has to be a consideration.
Oh, he's a lock for me at this stage.
He's priced at 52.
Yes.
What could go wrong?
He only has to go 80 for that to be a win.
100%.
But he probably goes 90.
It's just so cheap. The fact it's under 500,000, he has to be considered. Now, I'll tell you who else is under 500,000 but has forward status. You would think possibly plays through the midfield. Chad Wingard.
Oh, not again.
Yes, again, 496. Now, he has shown in the past he can score elite numbers when he is in the midfield. Now, is he going to be thrown in there? I'll just remind you, Tom Mitchell and O'Meara are not there.
Okay.
You can't just say to these young kids to go, oh, yes, you can. He's gone old school rebuild mode.
Yep.
No, you need a body in there, an experienced body as well.
So Chad's what, an 80? He's an 80 guy?
At least, if he's a midfielder.
Yep. But 56 last year.
It's always a recipe for disaster, Chad.
It is.
Like, that is so underpriced.
It is.
If he's playing at least a 50-50 split, that is underpriced.
Agreed.
So, yeah. He had a few centre bounces, but I don't know. Yeah, it is underpriced. I've got him in draft. In our keeper league.
Well, you should be able to milk a good year out of him here.
And that's where he's on that list.
Oh,
you just have
maybe
to,
cutting.
Yeah, you just have to.
Yeah.
God,
I've got to back him in,
I think. This one more chance.
Because of the lack of forwards, and that's where my team's at in a bad way. But you're going, I have to keep a guy here that could potentially still only average another 60 again if that's what he's doing.
So he's going to be in a team that's getting annihilated.
And he's probably playing up in the front half.
Oh, that's where he'll have to be in the midfield. He'll have to get a run through there. Now, as far as cheap guys, keep an eye on Cameron McKenzie, 288, because I think he's in their best 22.
Okay.
Now, at under 18 level, like, he showed enough. I reckon he'll be a real fan favourite of Sam Mitchell. He's a good decision maker, really clean with his hands. He averaged 25 touches, 87 a game, but I just feel like he is walking into a rebuild and they will want they might as well get him in there straight away and learn on field. I think they will take that approach.
What do we think with Cooper Stevens? 390k straight mid.
Opportunity.
Big time.
The straight mid thing's probably the...
Agreed.
Feels like if he had the forward, but he was
There's
never going to have
no room
it.
for him as a midfielder.
It's tricky.
At that price. I think.
Tricky, because he's going to get the opportunity, you'd think.
I think another guy that gets the opportunity would be Josh Ward. So he's priced at 72 from his first year, but he went at 101 after the bye.
Did he?
Yes. So
That's
he's not going 101.
No,
but if he could be a 90, there's 19 points.
I'll tell you someone who I reckon is dropping off after two impressive years, 99 and 97 respectfully. Far out. Can you talk, please? Carl Amon.
Yeah.
So Carl is great.
Oh, yeah, he can score.
But a big part of Carl's game is his uncontested marks when he gets open out on the wing
No
and
one's
things
gonna
like
have
that.
it to give it to him.
I know. Will he be open that many times? So this is a guy that hits double-figure marks to get these scores, and his ceiling is big, but I just don't think...
No one's kicking it to him.
You know, one of his best games last year where he took a heap of marks, guess who it was against?
These guys. Yeah.
And then, this is something I'm going to do a study on one day.
Yes, the value increase.
When they go, these trades, often, it's probably happened 2 or 3 times, but often,
I agree with you.
They have their best fantasy game or best numbers against the team they get traded to.
Yeah.
So they trick them for this one game.
Yeah.
That's what it is for.
Okay, listen to this.
Okay, where are you going?
He has a huge ceiling. 148 last year versus the Hawks. Exactly. 148.
Did you write that as well?
Yeah.
Wow.
Lyrical genius.
The name that I wanted to ask you about, and sorry, I might have forgotten. John Newcomb. What can he do?
Yeah, improve again.
Yeah, but once again, he's with the Hawthorn.
Yeah. So
he's 88's not going to be... It's not going...
It'll be 94.
Yeah.
Are they going to have a big mix of midfielders?
I really don't know.
Sam could do anything in there.
So Newcomb was the highest there.
So the Nuke's going straight back in. Who will it be?
Actually, do you know, here's your midfielders. Went Newcombe at 67%, O'Meara 61%, Mitchell at 53%.
Yep.
Like, so you're taking those two out, then you've got Warps next. Connor Nash had a bit of a run.
Surely it's a consistent 4 to 5 this year. Like, that was spread deep last year.
Yeah. If you look at that, I reckon Dylan Moore's the one that's going to get the biggest bump.
I agree.
Like he did at the end of the year.
He had at the end of the year, exactly.
Well, there's a bit more value on him then.
A lot more on him. He was in there a heap at the end of the year.
Well, we're looking at CBAs there then. We've got Rucks. Who will be their starting ruck next year?
I was going to say McAvoy. But the big boys let me down.
Who is it? So you've got finishing the year. Well, that's it. You've got Meek. So it was Reeves and Lynch as the two blokes that the ones that are there. Incumbents, is that the word?
That's a great word.
I don't know. I said respectfully.
But then you've got Meek coming in. Does Meek walk straight in as that, or do they keep backing in these guys? Well, Reeves, who's been there for a little while, and then they traded for Lynch last year.
I think they want a bit of Meek action.
According to the teams I've been floating around out there, I'm seeing people have Meek at R2. I think that's mega.
Well, if that works, if he's the number one ruck, that's a great play.
I don't mind it.
It's a great play,
Like
but will he be?
The risk is holding his spot.
At 473k, he gets a bit of a discount as well, so he's priced at 54, that ends up being.
I don't want to say it, but Bruce 2.0 coming up. Bruce 2.0. I don't reckon he's going to be in the team all the time. In and out, he's going to be a headache.
He'll just be Bruce without the 85
Oh, yeah.
scores, though.
47.
So going off your theme, Calvin, if one of the other rucks go down...
Meekie's value goes up.
Yep. But the thing is,
I'm not wishing injury to anybody.
Those three players, though,
later in the year.
Keep me out of this.
we don't know. Those three players, they could be just on some rotation.
They will be.
And they could be playing 2 per game.
Because Sam is rebuilding.
Dogs introduced a rotation system in the ruck department at Hawthorn.
No Gunston as well. So are they playing a big forward? One of them is a forward?
I don't know. Anything could happen.
You could be coach. You should be coach.
Probably do a better job.
Oh!
Sam.
We get eyes on him too.
My trades are better than... He gets screwed over at the trade table each year.
Who's that?
Sam Mitchell.
Yeah.
I reckon I'm a fairer trader.
Fair call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good job, Roy. I thought that was going to be a really tough listen.
No, it's all right.
But I'll tell you what, Dylan Moore has me interested.
Yeah.
Really interested.
Yeah, I think the key for him, and that's when it's come to our ranking season, where does he sit? He's going to be a top 6.
I think we're going to get really big on Dylan Moore
I
in
think
draft
so.
rankings and stuff.
Well,
Too big?
He had too big, probably. Yeah, he'll like be our guy that we completely stuff up.
Well, he had massive CBAs at the end of the season.
That's all he needs.
That's all he needs.
He's a good player.
We're very good at telling ourselves whatever story we need.
I know.
To justify.
He went at 101 after his bye.
Well, that's just enough runs on the board to suggest that he's not 93, as his price suggests. He is 101 guy.
There you go. Done.
He's a 101 guy.
Well, that's the Hawks. You can find more of our content at afl.com.au/fantasy. Plenty of fun stuff to come, including more of these club preview podcasts. You can catch those on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts.